to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently. We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regret, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle? You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
Very careful. Hold on. Very careful. This is what I said. I said be very careful.
What? Hold on. Man, ain't nothing weirder than a false sense of cold that comes out of a Karen or a Ken while they getting checked. But if you, like me, are wondering, why did this brother tap this man's glasses like, is this thing on? Well, the reason is quite simple. Any Karen or Ken that you come across is also a card-carrying journalist. So the first thing they're gonna do is go into an instantaneous interview.
Who are you? No.
And then if you don't answer said questions, they're gonna threaten enforcement of the law.
Are you a police? No,
I can go get you.
No.
And that's how we got here. But when I tell you this brother had a monologue on deck, that brother had the floor. You hear me?
Another satisfying racial moment.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your dose of daily vitamins. Okay, so let's get ready to get black into it. Hey, Samantha, Desmond, Stacy is here, Nessie X. All right, Pearly, I see you. Easy 7700 is here. Okay, Swift. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, Queen Amoni Huey is in the house. Okay, so listen, guys, I wasn't going to go live on this channel today. I told you guys that I was actually going to upload some things. But, hey, Cherokee to City, Dale and Pearly. Okay, but so there is some information that I need to get out, so I decided to go live. With that all being said, hey, Root Trackers and Courtney J, let's get into it. Now, likes up, everyone, please get those likes up. Please like and share. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. Also, make sure you double check to ensure that you're still subscribed to the channel because you know how people mysteriously become unsubscribed. Okay, with that all being said, and if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage left. Okay, hey, Jay Parrish. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. First of all, we're going to talk about this TikTok ban, okay, because Biden has officially signed it. All right, Biden signs TikTok ban bill into law, starting the clock for BitDance to divest. Okay, the legislation requires China-based parent company BitDance to divest TikTok in 9 months to a year in order to avoid an effective ban in the U.S. So they have approximately 270 days. President Joe Biden signed a foreign aid package that includes a bill that would ban TikTok if China-based parent company BitDance fails to divest the app within a year. Now, the divest or ban bill is now starting. Okay, it's now law and starting the clock for BitDance to make its move. The company has an initial 9 months to sort out the deal. Now, though the president could extend that another 3 months if he sees, if he sees any progress. While just recently the legislation seemed like it would stall out in the Senate after being passed as a standalone bill of the House, political maneuvering has helped usher it through to Biden's desk. Okay, please pay attention. Now, the House packaged the TikTok bill, which upped the timeline for divestment from the 6 months allowed in the earlier version, with foreign aid to U.S. allies, which effectively forced the Senate to consider the measures together. Now, the longer divestment period also seemed to get some lawmakers who were on the fence on board. Now, here's the thing. We already know why they want to get rid of TikTok, first of all, because they don't make any money off of it. If they were making money, then they would not be complaining so much. But also, they don't like the fact that all of these things they don't want exposed are being exposed. I already told you all in the last slide that how some of these celebrities are, in fact, attacking TikTokers because TikTokers are revealing information, out here playing Inspector Gadget, and we're finding all of the receipts and bringing all of this stuff out on them. Okay, so please pay attention. But the TikTok CEO, well, he's not going down without a fight. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to share this video that he posted a while ago about this whole thing. Okay, so get those likes up. Thank you in advance. TikTok spokesperson Alex Harik said in a statement that the company plans to challenge the law in the courts, which could ultimately extend the timeline should the courts delay enforcement pending a resolution. There also remains the question of how China will respond and whether it would let BitDance sell TikTok, and most importantly, its coverted algorithm that keeps users coming back to the app. Yeah, they're mad about this. And here's my thing. I'm pretty sure that Mark Zuckerberg he would love to have TikTok, okay? He would absolutely love to. And the thing they also don't like is the fact that some of the things that we're not allowed to say on ScrewTube and Instagram, Facebook, and other things, well, you can say it on TikTok. And also, there's the fact that, all of these old videos that have been removed from YouTube, you can find plenty of them on TikTok. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Stacy Quinton says, I see some celebrities on TikTok. Yes, there's a lot of celebrities on TikTok, but the problem comes in when people on TikTok start exposing, things about them, like in the case of J-Lo, who hit someone's channel and got it banned. Okay, and then like I told you all earlier on the other live, how the guy who's allegedly Diddy's private investigator was reaching out to a TikTok, basically trying to intimidate her. They don't want these things being said.
Passed the bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsored the bill admit a TikTok ban is the ultimate goal. It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a powerful way to be seen and heard, and that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Our community is filled with people who have found acceptance and compassion, offered inspiration and encouragement, increased their awareness, and brought into perspectives, ultimately adding more delight and joy to their lives. Our community is also filled with 7 million business owners who have built their livelihoods on TikTok. While we make our case in court, you'll still be able to enjoy TikTok like you always have. In fact, if you have a story about how TikTok impacts your life, we'll love for you to share it to showcase exactly what we're fighting for. Meanwhile, we will continue to invest and innovate to keep our community vibrant, exciting, and safe. Through our US data security efforts, we have built safeguards that no other peer company has made. We have invested billions of dollars to secure your data and keep our platform free from outside manipulation. I can't say this enough. This extraordinary diverse community is what makes TikTok so special, what makes it matter, and what makes it meaningful. And we'll keep working to ensure you will always have the opportunity, the safety, and the freedom to enjoy all TikTok has to offer. Thank you.
Okay, so there you go. At the end of the day, they're trying to eliminate, like Easy said, they're simply trying to eliminate the competition. That's what this is all about. And like I told you, they don't want certain things being exposed. Okay, so this is censorship at its greatest form, like All Hell No says. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, America is always trying to go in on other countries about how they treat their citizens and how they have unfair practices, how they're inhumane and they violate their rights and all of that. But they continuously violate our rights. Okay, they want to censor us, censor the things that we can and cannot say. Even, and here's the thing, if we're not saying anything dangerous, if we're not making threats of violence or anything that's harmful, why can't we say what we want to say? Why is that a problem? Well, that's because America has a lot of things that they want to keep under wrap. They want to keep people walking around like sheeple, not being awakened to the nefariousness of the government and the things that they put in place and plan for us. Also, they try to distract us from many of things. Okay, so just keep all of that in mind. At the end of the day, There is no such thing in the United States as freedom of speech, as far as I'm concerned. That's been done away with. And just as soon as they get a chance, they'll do away with the rest of our freedoms as well. Okay, they're already trying to take away the Second Amendment. Okay, please pay attention. When they start taking away one, they'll just keep on working until they get as many of them away as possible. But they want to talk about other countries and their practices. It seems to me like they're trying to turn this whole thing into a dictatorship, a communist regime, if you will. Okay, and so with that all being said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, let's talk about Alec Baldwin, because Alec Baldwin got into it with this woman who's an anti-Israel activist. And she was just, in my opinion, trying to antagonize him, trying to set him off, trying to push his buttons. And she did a pretty good job because eventually he slapped her phone. Okay. And this one was clearly looking for trouble. That's all I'm saying. All right. Please pay attention. So let's get into it. Okay, here we go. Alec Baldwin slaps phone out of woman's head after being confronted over Rust shooting and Israel-Palestine conflict. Now, if you remember the woman that died on the set of the movie that Alec Baldwin was working on, and when he accidentally shot her. Okay, Alec Baldwin was caught on camera swatting a woman's phone out of her hand after she confronted him over matters between Israel and Palestine, and on the deadly shooting of Rust on the film set. Now, the incident occurred on Monday at Maman Cafe in New York City. The video was posted to X, formerly known as Twitter, by an American performance artist and ambush interviewer who goes by the name of Crackhead Barney. Now, in the post, Baldwin is on his phone, and the provocateur can be heard asking him, "Can you please say free Palestine one time?" Like, she's sitting there just antagonizing this man. Okay, please pay attention. I'm going to go to the footage because this is all nefarious. Like I said. The likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up. Thank you.
Alec, can you please say free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. I'm so sorry. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone, I swear. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. One time.
Call the police.
One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a fucking criminal. Come on, Alec, just say free Palestine one time. One time, just one time, please. And I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Fuck Israel, fuck Zionism. Please say it. One time.
Could you do me one quick favor?
Okay, he said, "Can you do me one quick favor?" And swoosh, she got on his last nerve. But here's the thing. When someone's purposely trying to provoke you or trying to antagonize you, the last thing you should do is cave to what they're trying to do, okay? You should remain unbothered because that's what she was trying to do, is set him off. She probably wanted him to strike her or something nefarious so that she could, in fact, file a lawsuit, okay? These people like her, they go around looking for trouble, right? Oh, hell no, said, "Lady, sit down." And she melanated. Well, she sounded like it. She absolutely sounded like it, okay? She acted like she was minding her business and getting coffee. Yeah, that's what she said on the caption, right? She said she was trying to, Alec Baldwin slapped her phone or whatever while she was just trying to get a cup of coffee. Girl, I didn't hear you order a cup of coffee. All I heard you do was antagonizing that man, okay? About something that was clearly an accident. Okay, Jimmy says, "Why do blacks say free Palestine over free Congo, Haiti, or hell, over even Black Americans here who unfairly jammed up are getting their environment poisoned? It's more pro-Palestine than Israel, but dang." Well, you know what? I absolutely agree. You don't hear anybody talking about the Congo. I did a report on it months ago. But yes, absolutely. We hear our people saying these things rather than worrying about their own. So please pay attention. It is what it is, honey. Okay, it is what it is, beloved. Okay, so now let's talk about this young man who was run over twice by the police. Now, this story is not making the headlines for some nefarious reason. Okay, someone happened to tag me in this on TikTok. which is, again, one of the reasons that they want to ban TikTok, because TikTok gets some of this news and information and stories out before the mainstream media even does. Stories that they would like to sweep under the rug and just simply bury. Okay, so deconstructing the Michigan State Police official statements on the death of Samuel Dajon Sterling. Okay, this was on April the 21st. So last Thursday, Michigan State Police released an official statement regarding the killing of Samuel Dajon Sterling. Now, their statement is both infuriating and instructive. So let's talk about it. First of all, the headline of the statement reads, "Fatal officer-involved incident in Kentwood." Now, this phrase, officer-involved incident, is the police department's way of attempting to control the narrative from the beginning. Okay, such a phrase signals a sense of neutrality, plus it avoids the harsh reality of what actually occurred. Now, they say the first section of the statement says, yesterday, a member of our department was involved in an incident that ended with the loss of life. An African-American male and a father is now lost on that his death of a, it's now, they have typos, please pay attention, okay? It's now lost on the fact that he had a death, and this is just another African-American male following an interaction with police. Now, we all have seen this time and time again. You can get pulled over for a simple traffic infraction, not a crime. You weren't out here robbing anybody. You didn't take anyone's life. You weren't trying to assault anyone. You just get pulled over for a traffic infraction, and things can escalate and completely get out of hand. And very often, it seems to me, just from the stories that I see and report on, that sometimes the police purposely seem to try to escalate situations with people who look like me when they don't have the same energy and smoke for people who look like some of them. Okay, please pay attention. Now, the beginning of this statement is nothing short of virtue signaling. Okay, since Colonel James F. Grady II wants us to believe that he can relate to the death of Samuel Dajon Sterling. However, we shouldn't buy this shallow sentiment since it once again tries to control the narrative, but it also redirects our attention away from the fact that the Michigan State Police killed Samuel Dajon Sterling. In addition, the beginning of this statement does not present the facts of what happened. Now, the Comrades' collective statement made it very clear about what happened. They began their recent statement by saying, the Michigan State Police murdered Samuel Dajon Sterling by running or ramming their vehicle into him, ramming him into a wall with an unmarked police cruiser. The Michigan State Police officer driving the car then backed up. Now, I want you to pay attention to the heinousness of it all. He then backed up, causing Samuel Dajon Sterling to slide underneath the car. Then the cop ran over Samuel Dajon Sterling's body again, not once, but twice. They had him backed up against the wall and then ran over him twice. Next, when the cop statement says, I want to assure the community that we see you, we hear you, and will thoroughly and expeditiously investigate the incident, well, you know they're engaging in double speak. Okay, the police don't ever hear or listen to the community, and the only time they see the community, especially the African-American community, they only view us as suspects and criminals and guilty until proven innocent, not the other way around. Please pay attention. Okay, now the next section of the Michigan State Police statement reads, a full investigation of yesterday's incident is underway. The investigation, which is being conducted by investigators from a neighboring MSP district, will be thorough and objective. Well, we know the last thing they're going to be is objective. Okay, that's just a load of BS that we always hear. Our role is to be the finders of fact and to compile those facts in an objective manner. Not going to happen. What their role is to try to use every resource that they have and everything at their disposal to make it as though the victim is the culprit and this is his fault and he completely brought this on himself and that they fear for their lives. Okay, please pay attention. We know how this all goes and how it always plays out. Now, a full investigation of yesterday's incident is underway. Okay, so I'm going to go to a video of where, hey, Lisa, I'm going to go to a video of where they were actively protested about all of this. Okay. So it goes on to say what we know at this time is limited and still subject to change. There is much investigative work yet to be done, and I ask that we let the investigation proceed before drawing any conclusions. I find that interesting because the police, they always want us to watch and wait until we draw our conclusions so we can go by their narrative is really what they want us to do. But do they ever do that with people who look like me? Do they ever give us the benefit of the doubts? No, they don't. They shoot first and ask questions later. That's how that usually goes. Now, goes on to say, okay, so how in the world is it that the Michigan State Police is going to investigate themselves? Okay, why is there no outside forensics or legal team that is tasked to do this investigation? When they say our role is to be the finders of facts and to compile those facts into an objective manner, they're again engaging in double speak. Okay, since we already know that police departments get to decide what they consider to be facts and what they need to ignore. Okay, what works for them and what works against them. That's what we already know. Now, in the third section of the Michigan State Police statement, they then present their reason for targeting Samuel Dajon Sterling in the first place. They say our initial investigation shows that the MSP 6th District Fugitive Team, along with members of the Kentwood, Wyoming, and Grand Rapids Police Departments, Michigan Department of Corrections, known as MDOC, and U.S. Marshals Service, were working a fugitive arrest operation in Kentwood yesterday in an attempt to locate and arrest Samuel Sterling, who was wanted on multiple warrants. Now, preliminary reports indicate officers observed Sterling at a gas station at 52nd Street and Eastern Avenue, putting air in a vehicle's tires, and upon approaching him, he fled on foot. Service officers pursued him on foot, while one MSP officer in an unmarked vehicle drove parallel to him. They ended up conveying in the parking lot of Burger King on Eastern Avenue, where the vehicle driven by the MSP member struck Sterling. Now, the bulk of this section of the statement reveals that the cops' motives for wanting to arrest Samuel Dajon Sterling. First, this is the police's version, okay? Please pay attention, which the news media has been reporting as fact. Second, why do you think an African American might want to flee when being confronted by the police? I think the way this all turned out clearly tells us, and how many of these instances turn out. When people that look like me see the police, they often become afraid for their lives. Sadly, they don't get to use that as an excuse when they do survive the encounter, but they get hit with resisting arrest and all of these things, assault on an officer, when half the time all they're doing is trying to avoid being hit, punched, beaten, kicked, stomped, having their knees put in the backs of their necks and heads and all of that. So goes on to say that why do you think an African American might want to flee when confronted by the cops? African Americans and other people of color in the communities are the target of police repressions, which often results in death. So for Samuel Dajon Sterling to flee the scene was a reasonable course of action. Third, cops hate it when people don't obey them. In this case, the Michigan State Police were so enraged that Samuel Dajon Sterling chose to flee that they rammed him into a wall with a police cruiser, then backed up and then ran over his body. Now, the Michigan State Police statement concludes with the final two sentences that read, emergency medical support was summoned to the scene and transported Sterling to the hospital, where he later succumbed to his injuries and passed away. The MSP member driving the vehicle has been suspended pending the outcome of the investigation, they say. Now, the Michigan State Police's statements does two things in their closing comments. First of all, by stating that emergency medical support was called, they want to demonstrate that they care about people. Maybe they shouldn't have rammed Samuel Dajon Sterling into a wall with their cruiser in the first place. He wasn't armed and was not a threat to anyone. Secondly, they are attempting to say that there are some consequences for the cop who was driving the car that rammed Samuel Dajon Sterling into the wall. Okay. Now, the cop who is temporarily suspended will probably receive pay. We know how that works, paid administrative leave. So just a free vacation. Okay. This is not a consequence. This is a weak attempt at throwing a bone to the community who is outraged and traumatized over the murder of Samuel Dajon Sterling. Now, ultimately, the statement released by the Michigan State Police was nothing more than an attempt to divert the community's attention. The statement engages in virtual signaling and double speak while justifying the involvement of 5 separate law enforcement agencies to arrest someone they had warrants on, only to end up killing Samuel Dajon Sterling in the end. Okay, nothing will fundamentally be done about the fact that another Black man has been killed by the police, especially since police killings of Black people is now, quite frankly, it seems like it's the norm. The only way to not normalize the police killing of Black people is to build a movement to defund the police and invest in the people of color's communities, specifically people who look like me. This is all so sad. It's really heartbreaking to listen to. I mean, of course, this young man feared for his life. Who wouldn't? And so, because they were angered, because he didn't immediately just stop, drop, roll, surrender, hold his hands up or whatever, he chose to run. So that was their excuse for taking his life. And I want you to pay attention, because a bunch of racist people all over the internet were saying things like, well, why did they stop him in the first place? Not asking why would they ram the car into him and then run over his body until he was deceased. Okay, at the end of the day, no matter what they were looking for him for, no matter what the warrants were, he didn't pose a danger. He was unarmed. And at the end of the day, isn't that why we have courts? So that everyone can get due process. Okay, but they don't give people who look like me due process most of the time. Just pay attention. All right. And so with that all being said, very sad set of circumstances. And that officer is likely going to be justified. They're going to be justified. So now I'm going to go to a news report. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds.
Activists and the family of Samuel Sterling, the 25-year-old man who died after being hit by an unmarked Michigan State vehicle in Kentwood on Wednesday, are calling for the video of the incident to be released. 13 on your side, Jeremiah Brown joins us from the newsroom with details. Jeremiah.
Lauren, close to 100 people gathered where Samuel Sterling was struck by an MSP vehicle to remember him, but to also voice that they want to see for themselves what took place.
Justice for Samuel! Release the tape! Release the tape! Name that officer! Name that officer!
The Burger King parking lot at 52nd Street and Eastern Avenue is where family, activists, and members of the community gathered to remember Samuel Sterling, the location where he was struck by an unmarked Michigan State Police vehicle on Wednesday.
I'm asking for every one of y'all to please help us get justice for my son, Samuel.
MSP said that Sterling was putting air into his tires near 52nd and Eastern Ave when he was found by several agencies who were looking for him on felony warrants. They said when he was approached by officers, he ran away, leading to a chase that ended with a MSP vehicle striking him. Sterling died in the hospital later that day.
He was always there. He was the youngest, but he was always there. You call him, he coming. No questions asked, he was coming. I'm gonna miss him. I am. It don't feel right. It don't.
Family members and community activists addressed the crowd, speaking on the need to end police brutality and systemic racism. Those who gathered were clear that they want the video of the incident released.
We want to see it. We want to see it now, like now, not tomorrow, not later, now, like now. Because they didn't have to do that.
His family remembers him as a good father to his children and a beloved brother.
He was a love person, very loved. I love how they came out and supported the family. It means a lot to me.
A neighboring MSP station is currently investigating the incident. The officer who was driving the vehicle that struck Sterling has been suspended pending the outcome of the investigation. From the newsroom, Jeremiah Brown, 13 on your side.
With that all being said, like I told you all, very tragic circumstances, but this has just become the new norm. We're starting to hear more and more of these stories. And these people who want to blame the victims, they sound ridiculous. Because if he didn't put anyone in harm's way and wasn't a threat to anyone, at the end of the day, he should still be alive. And he should have been able to have his day in court. Okay, now I'm going to go to a TikTok video that someone did about this. And that's actually how I found out about it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. And shout out to this young lady for doing this report because, like I said, I haven't seen this in the mainstream media.
Six days ago, an unknown detective sergeant of the Michigan State Police ran over a black man by the name of Samuel Dajon Sterling, not once, but twice, taking his life from him. Not enough people are talking about it, and I need that to change. Look at the Justice for Dajon Sterling playlist I created and educate yourself about the situation. There's no reason why this should not be on national news. They pinned that man against the wall of a fucking Burger King in broad daylight, and nothing is being done about that. The Michigan State Police is investigating themselves. We don't trust them to do that. So I need y'all to share, copy link, make your own videos, tag the biggest creators that you know, because not enough is being done about this. Justice for Samuel Dajon Sterling. And while you're here, please click the link in my bio as there is a GoFundMe created on behalf of the family to help raise money for the family's needs as well as funeral arrangements for Samuel. No donation is too small.
With that all been said, here is the GoFundMe. There's the GoFundMe right there. Please donate whatever you can. I'm sure the family would greatly appreciate it. He was a father, son, brother, and a friend. And you know, very disheartening. Okay, and then they want to wonder why people run from them. Well, here's why right here. And so all they did was prove that, in my opinion, he was justified in running and justified of being fearful. Okay, people are not running to just not go to jail. I'm quite sure that all of the people who look like me, who've lost their lives to police violence, would have preferred having their day in court, sitting in a cell safely, waiting until they were bailed out or until they went to court, rather than being 6 feet under. Okay, please pay attention. And their families would also have preferred that. This is just also sickening. Now I'm going to go to a video where the young woman responded to someone who tried to, you know, question why he was even stopped in the first place, as if somehow this is his own fault. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
So even though I said in the video to please watch the other videos to further educate yourself on the situation, I keep getting comments like this. So let's get into it because it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. So this is actually a screenshot from a local police scanner group that like documents things going on in the area. And one post actually just so happened to be about the incident that took Samuel Dajon Sterling's life. So as you can see, 4/17, which is when all this went down, 11:05 a.m., Wyoming and 54th and Division. Warrant arrest attempt, 11:07, 2 minutes later. PD attempting to arrest male subject wanted on several felony warrants spotted in this area. Now, the warrants that he had were about 2 years old. One of them was for violating probation. I think another one was for a stolen debit card and a concealed weapon, which according to his sister, he didn't even have the weapon at the time of this charge even being received. He didn't even have the weapon on during this entire incident. Anyways, so when they approached him, I think he was airing up his tires at the speedway. And then, you know, as you can see, he began running. So he was running on foot down 54th where it turns into 52nd. And then it says MSP and undercover units following see him running through the Burger King on 52nd Eastern, which if you know the area, it's literally like right across the street. And then it said about 4 minutes later that he was back at the Speedway across the street. And then 2 minutes later, it says an undercover unit attempting to arrest the subject has hit the subject with its patrol vehicle. That gray SUV is what the patrol vehicle looked like. It did not look like a police vehicle at all. In fact, there's actually sort of a median in between the Burger King and the Speedway. And witnesses actually say that they saw the car drive right over the median and hit Dajon Sterling. And first they just pinned him against the wall, and then they backed up. His body slid under the vehicle, and the officer ran over him again. And that happened at 11:26. It took them 5 minutes to ask for medical to come in because he was unresponsive with serious injuries. Feel free to pause to read the rest. Now, a lot of people are saying things like, oh, you shouldn't have ran from the police, don't be a criminal, this, that, and the third. But that doesn't justify anything. Nobody should be ran over not once, but twice for running away due to warrants. If they had warrants on him, they had all the information that they needed to find him again. In fact, finding him in the first place didn't really seem like a priority, considering he had these warrants for 2 years and he was a very public figure in the city. So he wasn't really that hard to find. And not only that, you're putting the public at risk by driving over medians and fucking hitting people and pinning them against the wall at a high traffic area, the Burger King. So looking at this honestly and critically without a political spin, the police should not have ran this kid over. And if it was that serious, which in my opinion it fucking wasn't, why hit him twice? It's one thing to pin him to a wall, but to back up and run him over again? What did you expect to be the result of that? And then wait 5 minutes to get him medical assistance. Just because these are police officers does not mean that this is justified. And it clearly shows there's an issue within the policing system because a similar incident actually happened in West Michigan like 2 weeks prior to this. 17-year-old boy had his head ran over and he's currently fighting for his life at the local children's hospital. This isn't right. None of this is right.
Okay, so you all heard that. The same thing happened to a 17-year-old just weeks prior. This is absolutely egregious. Honey, these people do not care anything about people who look like me. Please pay attention. And here's the thing. I am willing to bet you that every one of those people who are saying things like, well, why did he run? He shouldn't have ran. Don't be a criminal. We already know what they look like, a bunch of Karens and Kens, okay? But they don't say the same thing when people who look like them flee the police. But also the people who look like them that flee the police don't get taken out either, 9 times out of 10. They're allowed to sit there and pull weapons on the police, whether it's a gun, a machete, knives, you name it. We've seen the footage and the reports, and they're allowed to be taken into custody alive and breathing. Okay, let's not forget the man who had a whole shootout with officers after he took the lives of 2 of them. And he had an AR-15. Did they fear for their lives with him? Apparently not, because he was taken to jail. Okay, that's how that goes. That's how that goes. And another thing too, let me pull up this video because here's the thing. We already know that many people other than ourselves know how the justice system, the judicial system, police and all of that treat us unfairly. Because you all may remember a few years ago, there was an Asian man who came to court dressed in blackface because he said they were treating him like a black man, okay? So he basically was saying they weren't treating him fairly. All right, so a lot of these people who are sitting here saying foolish things like, oh, why did he run and all that? They already know how the police do people that look like me. They're just trying to say these things to justify it and to further demonize and vilify the victim. That's all that's about. Okay, please pay attention.
The sentencing hearing quickly went off the rails.
The reason why I'm like this is because I prepared myself to play my part in your kangaroo court, treating me like a black man. So today I'm going to be a black man.
Base.
This kangaroo court is giving me a life sentence for me trying to protect and defend myself against the attack from 3 guys. In essence, treating me like a black man.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What does that tell us right there? Okay, what does that tell us? Of course, these people know that we're treated unjustly, and that at the end of the day, sometimes it seems like they'd rather see us in a coffin than behind a cell. Okay, behind bars at the end of the day, because there was no need for them to take that man's life. Make it all make sense. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Now let's talk about this crackhead who attempted to abduct a kid. This is all nefarious. And this is one scary looking crackhead, if I may say so myself. Okay, absolutely deplorable. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Isn't that a scary sight? Make it all make sense.
To kidnap a boy during elementary school recess. This happened at Black Forest Hills Elementary School on Friday afternoon. A phone call to parents said the man entered school property, engaged with students, and then left. Then this afternoon, the school district sent out an email to parents informing them this man, 33-year-old Solomon Galligan, had been arrested and charged with attempted kidnapping. That email to parents from the principal of the school, Amanda Replug, says right after the incident, staff brought students inside from recess and called district security. In another letter, she says the school safety team will convene tomorrow to review security protocols, and there will be increased supervision this week. New tonight, a man is in jail after...
Okay, I'm sorry, but that was absolutely scary, okay? That was absolutely scary. Please pay attention. And this is why we should all be homeschooling. Okay, people who look like me should be homeschooling your kids. Because the freaks don't just come out at night. Please pay attention. Now, meanwhile, we have police body cam footage of this woman who left a 5-month-old boy home alone so she could go out and have drinks with her friends. Oh, so nefarious. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I'm going to share my screen. Let me put an overlay on this because you know how ScrewTube is sometimes about these body cam and dash cam videos. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. He's in there. Yeah. You all right, buddy? Think we can wait 10 minutes? I heard him. That's good enough for me. Mesa Police! Mesa Police Department! Anybody in here?
5-month-old baby was found to be left at home by his mom when she decided to go to the pool and have a drink with friends. Police say the child was alone for more than 2 hours and was found shaking, crying, and with a soiled and wet diaper. The mom was spotted on a highway driving in and out of lanes. At one point, she was passed out, but luckily other motorists reported her. It was only at the point she realized she was being arrested that she confessed to leaving her 5-month-old baby home alone at home. Ring doorbell footage captured her leaving at 12:30. She was stopped by police at 3 p.m.
Hi. Hi, Papa. Hi. How you doing? You okay? Hi. Clear the house. I'll stay with him. And see if you can get a diaper bag or something. Hi. What out there the baby's coat for? Got some wipes. Grab some diapers if you see them.
Lincoln 82, did you copy that?
Nice.
Lincoln 82 is already not. Child was confirmed Buffalo. Copy. Whoever's primary, we're going to have to charges for that and everybody CPS.
Just secured the baby and we're feeding it right now. And we have him in his car seat and we're getting a diaper bag ready just in case. And grandma should be here soon.
What's up, buddy? Oh yeah, that's good stuff. That's the good stuff. I'm like, thanks, man. I was overdue for some lunch.
I hear him. Yeah.
Okay, so thank God they found the baby safe and sound and then took care of him, because this lady needs to be locked up under the jail. Why would you leave a 5-month-old at home by themselves? Okay, and then went out and got drunk and took to the streets. This is all crazy. That crazy beach area said that's that good stuff. Okay, I'm sure he was so thrilled to get his bottle. All right, please pay attention. Now, meanwhile, let's talk about how this trans person was harassing this poor man at Dollar General and then trying to act like he was the one that had the problem. Okay, let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share, because I find this absolutely nefarious. All right. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Now, this person is clearly the one antagonizing him, in my opinion. But y'all tell me what y'all think.
This is Quentin at the Dollar General in Pflugerville. What did you say, Quentin? You called me a she, her?
I don't know what.
And you said to get the fuck out because your system's...
I don't know what you said, man. Go on.
Oh, no, what'd you call me? Please, Quentin. Please feel free to tell me what you called me.
We can play this game all day.
Oh, what game? Where you're being transphobic and offensive because your system's not working, and I asked if we could use another register, and you said,
This
get the fuck
fellow
out of
here
here?
is giving me a hard time here at the Dollar General.
All right,
Doesn't
sir.
want to leave because their card is declined because
My card did not say insufficient funds. What did it say, ma'am? Did my card say insufficient funds, or did it say that your system's not working? No, I'm serious, because this isn't cool.
Is it okay if I check out?
Anyway, it did not say insufficient funds, sir. What did it fucking say? It said no checking account. What does that mean? It did not say insufficient funds. We're going back to your transphobia. What did you say to me, sir? You giving me a hard time here before at this place. What did you say to me? Keep filming, because it's going to be on here. You cussed at me. You said, fuck you. You're going to lose your job, sir. Have a good one. I guarantee that. Oh, this is Quentin.
Okay, so now they said that he was going to lose his job and said that he was transphobic and all of that. Here's the thing. All of that, because your card didn't work. Now, they claimed that their card didn't say insufficient funds, but it said no bank account. That means that it's insufficient funds, basically, okay? Let's not play with semantics, because if there's no card on file, or if there's no bank account attached to the card, then what does that tell you? That the funds are not available. Okay, please miss me with it. All right? I mean, all of that. Okay, Ryder said, don't say anything. Exactly, because they were clearly trying to get him to go off, and trying to act like he was being transphobic. No, he's just telling you to go on about your merry way. They have other customers waiting. And at the end of the day, you don't have money because there's no account even connected to this card. That means it's a dead card. Okay, have a nice day. All right, please pay attention. Oh, so nefarious. But moving right along, likes up, everyone, please like and share, because this story right here is real crazy too. This fool stole an old woman's car, so they say, and then I don't know what she was thinking, but she stole the car and she couldn't turn the steering wheel because it had one of those steering wheel locks on it. She's just driving like an idiot, hitting everybody's car, almost hitting people and all of this, till finally some people got her and held her down till the police showed up. Oh, so crazy. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Mission Vision said he probably stole it. I don't know where they got that card from, but it all sounds suspect to me. Please pay attention. And also, let me say this before I share the next video. Someone said that the cops were feeding the baby and changing his diaper and waiting for the grandmother to arrive, but they didn't extend the same courtesy to the children that looked like me or who were stopped. And this is absolutely true. Do you all remember the video that I showed you about the traffic stop where there was like a 5-year-old girl driving? She was 5 or 6 and had a little brother. And then they said they were going to get candy and they literally drove to the store. And so when the police walked up, there was one police officer who was my skin tone, and he was being real nice and polite and talking to them like children because that's what they were. But then you had the Karen officer. Officer Karen walks over and starts, cut the car off right now. Cut the car off. Put your hand. Like, just who's talking to a 5 or 6 year old like that? As if she understands the magnitude or the gravity of what she's in fact done. Okay, what are you gonna do? Beat the crap out of her? Like, some of these people, this is how they treat children who look like me. They don't extend them the same courtesy. Let's not forget the 10-year-old little boy of my skin tone who was sitting in the car while his mother was in the lawyer's office, and then he had to use the restroom and got out and used it behind the car. They literally arrested him. Was that even necessary? Of course it wasn't. See, they have no problem traumatizing the children that look like me. Okay, please pay attention. Also nefarious. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now look at this foolishness here. What the fuck? Grab her. What the fuck?
What is the matter with you? Call 911!
Call 911!
She literally moved 10
What
cars.
the hell?
3 guys are holding her down. Two guys keep her.
What is the matter with you?
Please pick me
You
up.
understand?
Do you know how many people you almost just killed?
Just a complete and utter idiot. Now, first of all, she stole the car from a 75-year-old woman. And like I said, it had one of those steering wheel locks on it. Where did she think she was going? It says, oh, Ty Ingram said, what in the evil Knievel? Greta said, this is crazy as hell. Glad my car was not in that parking lot. I know, right? Can you imagine? Just absolutely crazy and clearly nefarious. I don't know what is wrong with some people. Okay? And so please pay attention. Now, I got to show you all how some of our people absolutely do the most. Because who sent this poor child to her kindergarten graduation wearing these fake nails and lashes? Okay, please pay attention to this. And the fact that the child's name is Cornisha should be illegal. Okay, let's get into it.
Cornisha, look over here, baby. Cornisha. Cornisha, look over here. I know she ain't got my nails on. Cornisha, look at me, baby. Over here, Cornisha. Huh? What you say? Yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby Cornisha right there with the lashes on. She may do the lashes. Yes. Cornisha, look over here, baby. Cornisha. Cornisha, look over here.
Now, you all know that was beyond ghetto and clearly nefarious. Child sitting there with blue. That crazy bitch Eric said, and sis got an attitude, okay? Greta said, it's the eyelashes for me. Timber Dan said, the ghetto of it all. I'm talking about, please. Fred said, more niggerants in plain sight. The little girl sitting there with blue and red nails on with big fake eyelashes at a kindergarten graduation. This is all crazy. But hold on. Now, I want you all to see this because I thought this was not even funny. This girl just showed how entitled, privileged, and how spoiled she is. And this is how some of y'all's kids going to turn out if you keep spoiling them and just letting them get away with everything and just have whatever they want. Okay, please pay attention. Remember, the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. Okay, so take a look at this foolishness.
Open your eyes. Ooh. What's wrong?
BMW. What?
Yo, this a surprise.
BMW. What's that?
This your surprise.
It's your card. This is your card. Now you can get to work. Now you ain't got to no rides. No
This
Uber.
yours.
I didn't want that.
This
You ain't want it.
This yours paid for.
It's yours. Pay for it. Fresh off the lot. What's wrong with it?
I wanted a Tesla.
What?
A
Look
Tesla?
at this card. I didn't have enough for the Tesla.
What is it?
Get the BMW. BMW. Look at this.
What? I don't want that. What is that?
What? It's a brand new BMW.
Don't nobody drive this no more.
So what you?
I want a Tesla. I said that already.
This is mine. You want to go?
You don't have a car.
You wanna-
have a car.
Okay,
For
but
a whole year, you've been asking for rides, Uber.
Right. I mean, he.
about a Tesla.
Yeah, you know them real expensive. Take a look at the car. I mean, he paid for it. Paid
It
out.
don't be nothing like a Tesla.
This is brand new. See?
Brand new. Here.
No. No, thank you.
You don't like it?
No.
Oh, I thought you would be excited that he paid his money for it. No.
I want a Tesla.
I mean, but that's, you're not
We already
appreciative.
talked about it.
You're not appreciative.
See, look at that. What is this? Sunroof all glass.
Sunroof.
All that. You gonna do this really in front of them?
Okay, at the end of the day, this is all so nefarious, and it really irked my nerves when I saw it. Ahmadiyyah said she be thinking they're playing because there's no way someone could be this ungrateful. Trust me, there absolutely is, okay? I had a friend when I was in high school. We were friends since the first grade. When we were in 10th grade, 16 years old, her father was a preacher, and her mother was a social worker. They bought her a car. She didn't like it, and she refused to drive it. She never drove that car. Because, it wasn't brand new like the BMW that she got, of course, but it was a nice car. It was drivable, didn't have the best paint job or whatever because it was used, but she refused to drive it. So yeah, some kids absolutely are entitled and spoiled brats. And this is the parents' fault because the girl in high school that I knew, she acted that way because her parents always gave her whatever she wanted, let her get away with all sorts of things. And so this is what happens. Okay, then that comes back to bite you at the end of the day. And so that's apparently what happened right here because she was clearly not acting. Notice how when her father tried to put his arm around her shoulder and she shrugged him off. No, she was serious. This wasn't a skit. This girl's ungrateful. And at the end of the day, they were all sitting there foolishly trying to convince her of why she should like the car. Oh, it's a BMW. Oh, but look at it. It's got this, it's got that. At the end of the day, I wouldn't have tried to convince her of anything. Once she let it be known that she didn't want it and that she wanted a Tesla, which they couldn't afford, they should have just taken the car back and told her, go work for the Tesla that you want, okay? Buy it yourself. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're likely going to try to go broke getting her exactly what she wants because that's how people do, okay? That's how some of these people do. It's all so crazy. As far as I'm concerned, Ahmadiyyah said, my great-grandma used to say, ungrateful is worse than witchcraft. I saw it now. I mean, it absolutely is. At the end of the day, I can't stand ungrateful people. Oh, I would take that back and she wouldn't get nothing. Exactly. She wouldn't get anything from me after acting like that. I don't like it. I wanted a Tesla. Well, your parents couldn't afford a Tesla, so they got you what they could afford. And then who is going out and buying their kids these days a BMW, okay? That was a very nice car. Honey, I'll take it. Mad Dog Jack said I would have got my money back. Exactly. I would have too. December said, come to find out, Teslas aren't even really good cars. Of course they're not. How many times have I reported to you how they've caught on fire? Okay? And how they've had recalls on them. So she sounds real crazy at the end of the day. With that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. And don't forget to double check and make sure that you're still subscribed because you know how they get down out here in these YouTube streets. Okay, so I love you all to life. Everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. See if you can send, it doesn't matter the amount, but if you could donate something for Samuel Dajon Sterling's GoFundMe to help with his burial. And I think that they're going to bury him on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull that back up real quick. Just please see if you can donate whatever you can. This is all so sad. Okay? And I hope condolences to the family, his friends and loved ones, his children specifically. This man was a father. And I hope that they're suing. Okay? I hope they've already contacted an attorney and they're going to sue them because this was not called for at all. And I want to wait to see how they're going to justify it. And I also want to wait to see what's going to be shown on that video camera. If they're going to, on the video, are they going to release that anytime soon, the footage? Because one thing we know and we can count on is when the police know that they're in the right and that they didn't do anything wrong, they release the camera footage real quick. But when they know that they're dead wrong and they're trying to spin the narrative, that's when they come up with all these excuses and loads of BS. Okay, so please pay attention. Anyway, condolences again to the family. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And also for those of you who missed the morning wake-up calls on the first channel, on the main, please make sure you go back and watch that. I talked about Megan Thee Stallion being sued, full court documents, and also Brendan Paul, Diddy's alleged drug mule. Well, he's going to flip on Diddy, okay? He was officially charged today, and he's pled guilty. Or, I'm sorry, pled not guilty. So go back and watch those. And also the former madam who was getting women for Diddy's freak-offs, and who was his plug, also has come out and spoken. So it's not looking good for Diddy. All right, and so I hope to see you all in the next chat. Until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor. Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating